Only qualified personnel should install Napoleon appliances and accessories. See product manual for details. This video outlines the installation highlights of a Napoleon Tall Linear Vector TLV fireplace. This video will demonstrate how to use the installation manual to properly plan the TLV enclosure. Locate and install the lifting handles. Install the high limit switch. Install the optional ducted heat management termination plate kit with side discharge. And correctly install the vent shield, and finish the enclosure. To begin, you will need to calculate the vent rise and run. The desired location must allow for acceptable vent run lengths and clearances. Refer to the installation manual section 3.0 to 3.4 for details. The enclosure must be built to the correct specifications depending on the unit you will be installing. Framing dimensions may vary depending on the accessories selected, and finishing material. Refer to the installation manual and all leaflet instructions for specific framing and finishing specifications. The box shipped with the unit contains all the necessary accessories, including the lifting handles. Install the lifting handles onto each side of the TLV, using the 4 screws which are pre-installed on the bottom edge of the appliance. The holes on the bottom of the handles will line up with the hardware used to secure them. With the help of another person, use the handles to carefully lift the TLV into the enclosure. Next, we will install the high limit switch. Start by removing the access panel from the bottom of the appliance. The number of screws to remove will vary, depending on the size of appliance you are installing. Once you have access to the control area, locate the control board. On the control board, locate and remove the X4 jumper plug, and replace it with the plug and spade connectors, supplied with the dynamic heat control kit. Once complete, connect the spade connectors to the wire harness located near the gas valve. For greater access to the high limit switch location, remove the glass door and finishing trim from the left side of the appliance. Assemble the high limit switch as indicated in the dynamic heat control manual, and locate the bracket install location in the upper left hand corner of the appliance. Ensure you reset the high limit switch by pressing the button on the back, before connecting it to the wire harness, and securing it to the appliance. Once the high limit switch is installed, reinstall the finishing trim, access panel, glass door, door trim, and safety barrier. Now we will install the DHMTP kit. Begin by removing the screws securing the upper front frame to the appliance. The number of screws to remove will vary, depending on the appliance you're installing. Secure the termination plates above the appliance, following the clearances as stated in the DHMTP installation manual. Standoffs are provided as a second option to help maintain minimum clearance to the top of the enclosure. With the termination plates installed, the next step is to remove the DHC knockouts. Remove all 4 knockouts on top of the appliance using a pry bar. Each opening will contain a cover plate, which must be removed and discarded. With the knockouts and cover plates removed, install the appliance venting and vent shield. The holes to secure the vent shield are located on the inner edges of the DHC knockouts, in front of the appliance venting. Loosen all 3 screws on the vent shield, and extend it to the maximum vertical setting. Once this is done, resecure all 3 screws to hold the vent shield in place. Next, install the collector boxes. The collector boxes must completely cover the DHC knockouts, and be secured to the appliance through the front and rear locating holes, using the supplied hardware. Install both collector boxes, and run the ducting from the collector boxes to the termination plates. Both the collector box and termination plate connections must be secured using a minimum of 3 screws. With the ducting now installed, reinstall the upper front frame. Ensure the vent shield is secured to the upper front frame with 2 screws. Install the sleeves from the DHMTP kit, and the finishing framing. The finishing framing must satisfy all local building codes and sufficiently support the finishing material of the enclosure. The area above the termination plates must be treated with the same installation rules as Napoleon's dynamic heat control system. This means a front discharge, side discharge, or open top is required under specific parameters, as outlined in the Ducted Heat Management Manual. Secure the provided non-combustible board to the top and sides of the fireplace opening, before applying the finishing material to the enclosure. Joint compounds such as Durabond 90 and tapes that are resilient to heat and cracking, must be used when taping and mudding seams. Lastly, secure the grill to the sleeve to finalize the installation of the TLV. Click here to view the Wolf Steel Technical YouTube page. Like and subscribe to our channel to get notifications for new product and troubleshooting videos.